Chicago Sky making a clean sweep against the Dallas Wings, going 2-0 against them, winning their third game in a row. Me and Steve are going to break it all down, talk about it right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
All right, Steve-O. So, Chicago Sky won the third game in a row, trying to right the ship. They 2 in a row against the number 4 team overall in the WNBA. The Chicago Sky now moved to 12-15 on the season, still keeping that separation against the LA Sparks for the last final playoff spot. How you feeling, Steve-O?
Besides this long ass game, I feel pretty good. I've seen a lot of things I like to see today. For one, I think especially after seeing this a couple games after the All Star game, I think I understand completely the roles in this team. So, and I'm pretty impressed. Just first, I want to touch on Courtney Williams. She was a firecracker today. She wasn't having it, but I want to give her praise for just completely obsessed. Why am I having an upset thing? The role of a point guard, something she hasn't really done ever in her whole career. So I want to give her credit for that. So that's the first thing I want to do. Marina Mabrey. She seen Dallas on their chest, said, "I'm coming for blood. Y'all my old team. I got some of the Enrique Gumake, what they played in college together, so they former teammates. So it's a personal rivalry there. So I knew she was gonna come in guns blazing. Now, I didn't know she was gonna blaze like that, but she was on that, making every shot. Once I seen she hit the and one fade, just told the girl, You're little." I was like, "Oh yeah." It's one of those. It's one of those games from Marina, and that's what you're gonna get from these games. Another 20+ point game from her. She's pulling. She's way confident. It just proves that she's super, super, super confident in that 3-point shot now. Um, Elizabeth Smith, the technician, she does what she does. Getting rebounds, forced blocks, key steals. She got a crazy poke out towards the end of the game against Natasha Howard. Only she would get. Like she does plays that only she does. Like it I can't explain it. And another shout out to Ruthie Hubbard. Ruthie Hubbard was probably, I would give the one, if there was 2 game balls to give out, she would get the second one, because I feel like in a lot of key moments in this game, first of all, she played a lot of key minutes, and she was a hustle. She got the ball every single time. She went back up with it, and even if she did, she got the rebound, passed it right back out. And that's what we need. Her impact, and just her being there influenced a lot of problems on why they couldn't get it going today. We did a great job stopping Enrique. Enrique couldn't do nothing today. So it's good. And shout out to Morgan Birch over the last few games. She's been
I
lost in.
asked your thoughts on the game, and you went into a whole monologue, bro. You've been talking for 3 minutes straight, my nigga. What's going on, bro?
This is blame the damn game. Shit, they got me in this long goddamn shit. Go ahead.
Let's do it with you, bro.
Go ahead. I would. I told you I get long, but hey, bro, that game, that was a 40-minute real time quarter.
Bro, that was ridiculous. Like that last quarter took entirely too long. I don't know what the rest were reviewing. Like it didn't take that long. We all knew what it was, man. Like
instantly.
Yeah, but in this game, Marina Mabrey and Clea Copper combining for 55 points. Come on, man. Give it up to the ladies who are picking out their way to go about it. This is after the last game against the Wings, in which Courtney Williams and Clea Copper combined for 50 points. So they've been balling. This is we talked about it in the last time that me and you both talked about Dana Evans not really bringing that scoring punch that we thought. This game, hey, listen, she got to the free throw line 9 times, being aggressive. 14 points in this game, 5 assists. 1 rebound coming off this game, and you can't overlook Morgan Birch as well. She was cooking as well.
Facts. She's definitely been lost in the shuffle, I would say, in between those times to head into the All-Star break, and she's bringing herself to become more of a force back in, knocking down shots, and that's what we need. Dana Evans is like, it's like she woke up and was like, I could drive. I don't know why I don't drive no more. And once she realized she could drive and she took it and things got heated, she really started driving. And I think that's what I think she's starting to notice. I think some of the, especially the new coaches, telling her is like, I think she depends on that three a little bit too much, and she shoots it sometimes, but she could just drive. Like we seen plenty of times today where she just made away, even if she didn't convert, she got to the line. So shout out to them both too for sure.
Facts. And the Sky's defense, specifically the last two games, has been on point. Like their rotations have been on point as far as them, rotating out in the pick, not allowing a lot of switches. They just been playing a very smart defensive game, and I don't want to overlook that at all. But as well, just the 3-point shooting in the last two games, they shot over 50% in the first game against the Wings. Come in today, shoot 46%, going 12 of 26. But keep in mind, almost the whole first half, neither team could really hit a three. And then the Chicago Sky came on in the second half of that game, whereas the Wings still only went 4 of 16 overall from the game. The Sky this is the Sky team that we came in seeing, right? That scrappy team that just spreads the ball around, that plays smart on both sides of the ball, and defensively and rebounding wise, they will suffocate teams out. And I love that you pointed out Elizabeth Williams earlier in the show. Like, she just keeps being the glue woman to make this team kind of work and rocking and rolling and getting up, firing on all cylinders for sure.
Like, bro, like she literally, like, she's there at every time. Like, even though she gets the rebound when you don't expect her to get the rebound, she has these little awkward times when she get the ball off, it goes straight in. You be like, how the hell? And then, like, bro, I think we underestimate how long her ring span is because she just be getting blocks. Like, I mean, I mentioned it last time we was on here, and I was like, she's somebody I noticed that get blocks and don't get a lot of foul calls, and that's an art. That's really an art that a lot of people don't master. And she's starting to pick up on steals. Like I said, she picked pocket Natasha Howell was so cold in the middle of her post game, and it was a key pivotal point in this game where she needed. So she's definitely been the what we really expected Emma to be, but that's another story for another topic.
Yeah. And then Elena Smith didn't have the eye popping out the stat sheet or anything, stat line tonight, but she just Elena Smith she hits big shots, she hits her open shots more times than not, but like she's just such an irritant. And you could tell she gets under the skin of opposing teams. Now, Stevo, the last 3 games in a row, which all have been wins, Chicago Sky have scored over 100 points in each game. Can they keep up? I don't necessarily expect the number, but can they keep up the efficient scoring? Because that with the brand of defense that they play, I think is key to them go ahead and locking in the playoff spot. What you think?
I think so because, like, to go back to what I said, I think they're figuring out the legit role. So we know Kai's the first option, and we know Marina is the second, and everybody behind that follow suits, and they're starting to figure out when they really just starting to figure out how to play with each other. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly believe there's some times where the coach goes out there and be like, "Y'all professional players, go play ball. Y'all know what to do." And it's starting to pick up like that. I'm starting to see less sloppier possessions. I'm starting to see more effective plays being worked, and they're not all super go around screens. It's just like, okay, I'm realizing who's on me. I'm realizing if me and if Courtney and Marina they talk what they do and they do that pick just directly, I'm gonna pop out. And then it's just stuff like that that they're realizing. They're just realizing they can play with each other. So they should be averaging high 90s. The way they're shooting, especially.
If they can keep that up, that field goal percentage, like they can, you're looking at, like you said, 90 to 95 points per game easily just off the way that they playing. And then when you have Kyle, Kyle is playing with a level of confidence, and it's gotten, even through the losing, her confidence has gotten more and more and taking a step up every single month to week and month of the season. And so, like, she's really rocking and rolling. And even in this game, there was a point where I think she had like 16 points. Marina Mabrey already had like 23, 24 points. And then Clea Copper literally, like, you could just tell she wanted to say, Mo was like, oh no, I'm about to take over for a quarter. Don't even worry about it.
Yep. She was in the mud like, I'm gonna shoot right here. And then I don't care if she in my face. Coop. And then I realized I go to the lane right now. I'm going to the lane, foul and one. It just, like I said in the prior episodes, the game is really starting to slow down to her, and she's starting to read the game at a high level. And that's what I expect, and that's what makes you into an MVP caliber player. Which I feel like she's slowly turning into.
Great points there. So we can't step off without talking about. I know we touched on it a little bit. Courtney Williams getting ejected in this game, which
Did she? Because I swear she came back. I think she finished the game, bro.
Well, I think didn't they call it? I think they said it was an ejection.
No, it was Enrique.
Oh,
That's
you're
what
right.
that's what
You're right.
took so long. What took so long is
Enrique
she
got
bumped into the foul. Well, it was
that
because that
call.
was the
25 minutes. 25 minutes. Bro, why does it take 25 minutes to review that?
bro. That was the most common foul you could have called. Like everybody in the building knew what that was. The previous play, Courtney felt like she got fouled. She wanted a review. You see her asking for the review, even though her team was shoot a free throw. You could see it on her face. As soon as Enrique got the ball, she stepped at half court and flung her arm and caused the foul and walked off the court. So I'm thinking they looking at that whole time. If you go back to the review, as soon as it happened, Enrique went straight into the ref's face and bumped her into her chest. I was like, that's a tech. And I guess that took 25 minutes. That was ridiculous. But it was chippy throughout the game. It started with Sims and Dana, because Sims, she's one of those bumpy irritants, so she was coming to the hole, popped her in the mouth a little bit, and then didn't let go. And that Gary came out of Dana and said, "Hey, you doing too much. You doing too much." And then she got separated. And then I don't know what the hell happened with Courtney, but Courtney was on the bench at the time. She almost ran full speed into the crowd, and about 4 coaches grabbed us and get your ass on this bench. So it was like she was ready. She was so ready to get out this game. Like she must have something ready for after this game.
Thing that we are felt in this game. It's over with. Can we go? Like, can we please go? This game is over with. Hell, I damn created the damn thumbnail and stuff 20 minutes early because
we was sitting here for 15 minutes, bro.
It was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous. But this Chicago Sky team as a team overall is really getting their group confidence back. And I love that you pointed out that they're still learning how to play there. They're still hitting that place where everybody kind of figured out how to balance, right? I think we saw really good in the first game against Dallas, just the kind of balance scoring. I think it was Kyle with 25, Courtney Williams with 25, and then Marina Mabrey still chipped in like another 13 or 14. You saw something similar this game. Instead, it was Kalia Copper and Marina Mabrey who led the way scoring wise, with everybody else kind of filling in their role. And as this team goes forward, and like if they can keep this up, this defensive identity, the sky's the limit, man. Like we got more than enough offensive firepower. That's not the thing. It's just if they can keep up their defense, hold down the turnovers, which they had 18 turnovers in today's game.
Yeah, that was looking bad.
Too much. We got to get that underway. You can't have 18 turnovers and 19 assists. Luckily, they shot the ball extremely well. Right. Otherwise, that's usually a recipe for disaster. But luckily, they played well enough on that offensive end to really overcome that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more confident of us in making the playoffs now, just because the one thing I was worried about was just the clunkiness of the offense, and I'm just not seeing it no more. I really believe they're getting comfortable and they're starting to realize who they're playing with and who they're playing around. And this coach is doing a pretty good job, and we're gonna see what they do from here. But hey. They scrappy. This is the team we thought they was going to be, and they're starting to clean it up just a little bit more. So, hey.
So we got this week, Stevo. We got games Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Liberty and Mystic all following each other, and then we get 5 days off. We don't play again to that following Friday. It gets Atlanta. But this week is going to be a tough week for the Sky, man. Only one of the games at home. That's next game against Minnesota, and we back on the road again, man. You saw the New York Liberty completely and utterly bring it to the Las Vegas Aces today.
Good Lord.
Listen, every team has a chink in the armor, and the Liberty may have exposed the Aces chink in their armor today because the way that they just played physically with them, and it really took them out of the game, like head-wise, and then on top of that, the three-point shooting, like the Liberty, they just decided to go completely unconscious today. But when you look at that game against the Liberty coming up, how do you feel that the Sky, with how they've been playing now, 3 wins in a row, they're probably going to fare against the New York Liberty?
Well, I'm a little bit more confident because, for one thing, we're not finna sit there letting their school jack from 45 feet because Dana's going to be under her ass from start to finish. So it's just like, I think with the roster we have, we're just not going to allow certain things. Like, we can be just as physical, if not more physical, with them. So if they try to play that physical game with us, it's not going to bother us, and we're not going to be shaking from it. Um, the only thing I do, they probably just got they can outskill us, and they do have the talent to outskill us. So these one of those games where you got almost play near perfect. We can't have those 18 turnover games. Even today they did win the rebounding battle, which is you really can't help. They got two dragons down there, so but you can't allow them to get about them 40 plus rebounds. And if you just play hard, play smart, and efficient and shoot as efficient have you been doing, I feel like you come in and beat them. You can, and they're on a high, and you never know. It's gonna be a tough game. So I can also look down and we be getting killed just like they were. So it's not out the realm of possibility.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Rebounding, limit turnovers, play solid defense, and shoot the ball efficiently. That's going to be the keys, but that's the key for the rest of the season in every game that the Chicago Sky have left. But Steve-O, man, I appreciate you, bro. Go ahead and tell them where they can follow you. Let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah, follow me at Stevo Speaks on all social media platforms, and follow me on NBA Central as much as the other Central fam.
Absolutely, man. We want to thank you guys. You guys can follow us at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, Chicago Sky Central at gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We up out here. Peace, y'all.